Hello everyone, I'm Yves Delabroise, engineer at Interval Zero. And following the last podcast on open standards, today we will talk about the standards used at Interval Zero. The philosophy for Interval Zero products is ease of use, scalability, and hardware independence. So just like the RTOS uses C++ and x86 CPUs, for the field bus, we looked for an option that had many different hardware vendors and functionalities such as bus scanning and diagnostics, and who is able to support over 100 or 200 devices in one network. This is why we have selected EtherCAT, which, as most of you must already know, supports over 200-300 devices in one network and has over 500 different hardware vendors and many functionalities such as scanning, file over EtherCAT, Ethernet over EtherCAT for tools, and more. This allowed us to do an automatic configuration and diagnostics for the field bus and abstract the users from the complexities that come with any powerful field bus. This way, they can use IOs like for a PCI cards with variables that are accessed like registers. And for the drive, we looked at a communication protocol that is, again, used by many vendors, which is why we follow the CAN in automation drive profile 402. It allows us to control linear drives, stepper drives, or servo drives with the same variables and the same methods. For our motion, we looked again for something that would be open and powerful enough, with features such as motion cues, synchronization between axes, and groups. This is why we have selected the PLC Open Motion Control Standard. It is defined by the PLC Open group, so in function blocks for PLCs, but with the evolutions and the object orientation inside PLC, it is quite easy to port it to other languages such as C++ or .NET. Then for the communication with remote devices and the cloud, we needed remote procedure calls and variables, events. That's why we selected OPC UA. We use the remote procedure calls to have remote tools such as a scope, configuration tool, diagnostics tool, and the variable access allows communication with any brand of HMI, SCADA, or other cloud system. But as you know, standards evolve since quite a few of these ones are quite recent. So we are also looking at new and upcoming standards like TSN for synchronization between systems, or SRCI, the Standard Robot Command Interface for communication with robots. This SRCI standard is very interesting, and we will probably talk more about it in a next podcast. Thank you for listening.